All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother Yashar, and I just want to get into a quick topic through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Yahweh being the Most High, who the world ignorantly calls God, through his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His name is Yahweh Shah, two so-called black men. All right? And I just want to get into the topic of, listen, man, this life of ours, this whole, you know, creation, everything that exists, you know, and everything that partakes in this life, all right, is the Lord's movie. You know, this is the Lord's show, all right. So things might happen to you. You might go through things, ups and downs, all right. Some people might misuse you, take advantage. You know, just be a flat out demon. You know, talk shit, and then you find yourself being upset. Like sometimes you even think carnal, but then you catch yourself because as us as being spiritual men, we know that our fight is not carnal. You know, we got to pray to the Lord, but the flesh will kick in. But ultimately, you always got to remember that this is the Lord's movie. So sometimes you got to sit back and analyze somebody doing you wrong, but the Lord is allowing them to do you wrong at the time. Maybe for you to throw up a prayer. Always pray though. I ask the Lord to Satan be on people, get Satan out of here. Resist Satan and he shall flee. You know, and in this account, I always think about thought about it lately. When you going through these things and you contemplating and you wondering, always go back to that. This is the Lord's show. This is the Lord's movie, and everything that's taking place, whether it be good or whether it be evil, is of the Lord. Of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. It could be everything is a test, something to get through, something to overcome, you know. And for someone else, it might be their downfall, it might be their detriment, like the scriptures say, a just man falleth 7 times, um, but get it back up, you know. He get up, he overcome them hurdles, he get back up, he keep on striving for the mastery, you know. And it said, but the wicked will fall into his own mischief. So I'm everywhere with it, but the point is that this is the Lord's movie, and this account is a perfect example because even on King David acknowledged it when he was getting cursed out, like the scriptures say, "Man's scones is of the Lord." So let me read this account, and that'll be that. This is 2 Samuel 6, and I start at 5. And when King David came to Bethlehem, behold, thence came out a man of the family of the house of Saul, whose name was Shimei, the son of Gerah. He came forth and cursed still as he came. So he approaching David, he cursed, and he cast stones at David. He throwing stones at the man, at the king, Salakia, and at all the servants of King David, and all the people and all the mighty men were on his right hand and on his left. And thus said Shimei when he cursed, come out, thou bloody man, and thou man of Belial. The Lord Yahweh have returned upon thee all the blood of the house of Saul, in whose stead thou hast reigned, and the Lord Yahweh have delivered the kingdom into the hand of Absalom thy son. Yeah, because Absalom was trying to usurp the kingdom. All right, and he was standing at the gates, and he started gathering men, because he had wisdom, some type of wisdom. Um, the people looked up to him. He had no blemish, as far as physically, and people started following him. And David had to get up out of his own, out of Jerusalem, you know. So it says, so now this guy here talking shit. He's saying he's saying this is happened because of all the things you did to the house of Saul. Basically, it says, and delivered the kingdom into the hand of Absalom thy son, and behold, thou art taken into thy mischief, because thou art a bloody man. Then said Abishai the son of Zariah unto the king, why should this dead dog curse my lord the king? Let me go over, I pray thee, and take off his head. So Jake's getting offended. Like what? Let me go. Let me go. This guy talking all this shit. Let me go. Let me chop his head off. You know. And the king said, and this is the point. What hath I to do with you, ye sons of Zariah? So let him curse. Let him do what he got to do. Let him do that, because Yahweh have said unto him, curse David. You see that? This is the Lord's movie. That's how the Lord wanted it to play out, and that's how it played out. You know, so you got to consider these things when things happen. That's not going your way in this walk, or a demon roll up on you, and whatever the case may be. You know, and things happen, and it's gonna always happen while we in this walk, which is something to consider. You know, because the scriptures say the things that was written before time was written for our learning. So he said, because the Lord have said unto him, curse David, what shall then who shall then say, wherefore hast thou done so? And David said to Abishai and to all his servants, behold, my son, which is Absalom, which came forth out of my bowels, seeketh my life. How much more now may this Benjamite do it? Basically telling him like, yo, my own son is trying to usurp the kingdom and take my head off. How much more this Benjamite? How much more, It's like this is the will of the Lord. This is what's taking place right now. We gotta just overcome and pray that the Lord deliver. You know? It says where I'm at. Okay, how much more now may this Benjamite do it? Let him alone and let him curse. Let him alone. Let him do what he do. You know? When he scoffers is scoffer, let them do what they do. All right? When even if you dealing with a woman and Satan jump on her, let her do what she do. You know? And you just keep on doing what you doing. Pray to the Lord. Throw up some prayers. Use wisdom in the situation. You know? It says, let him alone and let him curse, for the Lord Yahweh hath bidden him. It said, oh, this is a good another point. It may be that Yahweh will look on my affliction, the things that I'm going through. All right, like I said, you throw up some prayers. You got faith that the Lord gonna see what's going on, and it's unjust. All right, man cursing me for wrong reasons, you know, and that Yahweh will requite me for his curse in this day. And the get back happened through King Solomon with the same man. You know, King David told his son, which is Solomon, about him, and the situation got handled ultimately through Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You know, matter of fact, I get that account because David gonna bring it up to as in Kings. Yep, it's First Kings second chapter and 8. And behold, thou hast with thee Shimei the son of Gerah, a Benjamite of Bethlehem, the story we just read, which cursed me with a grievous curse in the day when I went to Haman, Salakia. But he came down to meet me at Jordan, and I swear to him by the Lord, saying, I will not put thee to death with the sword. So he made an oath to him. Now therefore hold him not guiltless, for thou art a wise man and knowest what thou oughtest to do unto him. But his whole head bring down to the grave with blood. You see that? So ultimately, let me see. You see what I'm saying? Pushing his word, and now you know. But ultimately, yeah, he got his judgment. You know. So that's just that was the point. You know, quick when you got them spiritual thoughts, it's best to just hit the button. You know. So with that, Lord willing, it was edifying. That's the spirit. Look, 11:44. You know. So with that, Lord willing was edifying, and we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashim, and Kakwadas. Shalom to the whole